active ability, whatever. Where in Overwatch, every character has like 4 or 5 different things to do. Where it's, I feel like Overwatch is more like 60% MOBA, 40% FPS. If that makes sense. But it's a good combination of the both. Whereas this is more FPS and then like a slight bit of extra ability to it.
All right, so let's get to a gameplay screen. Let's see whose screen we're going to be watching. Maybe it's going to be Rapha, or is it going to be Anna?
No, not me.
All right, perfect. So we are currently watching Rapha's screen right here. This is Shane right below me. Shane, let's go ahead and have you use probably the worst weapon you possibly can have. And what might that be?
Well, I have to pick it up, but probably the tri-bolt. So.
And why is that weapon so bad?
You have to really, really lead it and predict it. And
David.
If you get.
He's not listening.
Sorry. If you get directs that can do a lot of damage, it's a high risk, high reward weapon.
I like high risk, high reward. All right.
He's got a mic. You don't have to.
I don't have to.
No, his mic can go hot. Technology.
I'm the only one.
We got you.
Okay. So you are going to use that terrible weapon. Let's see how well you do. Anna, do you know? Okay, I guess.
What do you want from me?
Familiarity with Quake Champions.
Not that
Would you
much.
say it is probably the most complex and fast-paced of any shooter?
I would say it's definitely up there because you definitely need to keep an eye on weapon spawns, timing, what your team is doing, what you're doing, and you obviously can't suck.
Okay. And so this is currently, what, a 3v3 team deathmatch, 4v4?
What are we doing? 4v4s.
4 versus 4.
4v4, okay. So right now you guys are up 6v5. So I'm assuming from matchmaking, are you guys being paired against someone equal skills to you guys? Or is this like a
What's that?
Is this a,
you have to repeat again, it's hard to hear you.
Yeah, we've got to get used to the new setups and stuff.
Right.
But
as we mentioned, this is not their home setup. This is different angle monitors, different keyboard, different mouse, different everything for the most part right now. And so actually, while we're on this subject, so they're currently playing on the 240 hertz Alienware monitors. I think I'm actually curious to ask, especially for a Quake player, can you, especially for a game like Quake, do you demand 240? Like, what is your average frame rate that you're trying to push for in a game like this?
Yeah, okay, yeah. At home, I have 144, so I'm actually looking forward to getting the 240 version. 144 is smooth, but this, I can tell just from playing it, it's like even better.
So you can tell right now, like,
yeah,
this is a 240.
Yeah, it's super smooth.
Teams are tied.
Okay. I mean, I will definitely say for anyone who's never tried a 144 hertz or 240 hertz monitor, the moment you jump on that, coming from 60, like your gameplay, your kill death average ratio is going to go up like immediately. Whether it's for a game like a shooter or even a game like Rocket League. All right, we're gonna focus back on Shane over here. He is apparently currently using a gigantic grenade launcher.
Rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher. And so this is just, I mean, you're trying to lead the target, obviously, for the travel distance that it has. Is it basically just be the quickest to kill? Are there support methods? Are you able to assist your teammate?
Sorry, in what way? What do you mean?
Is it basically just help them kill faster?
Yeah, I mean, rocket launcher is like better for holding position, like high ground. You want to be able to spam.
Is there splash damage?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course there is. Yeah. Obviously, directs do more, but it's a good weapon to like try to deal damage without taking damage.
Right. This guy doesn't even see you're behind him.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a melee?
Yeah, there is a gauntlet. It's just hard to get close enough to use it.
So many assists. I'm trying.
Oh. I mean, so it seems like pretty quickly you guys have kind of adjusted, adapted. You felt kind of the sensitivity of the mouse that you've got here. You're feeling
a little bit, yeah.
And then individually, Anna, do you feel like you are contributing in a healthy manner?
I've contributed 3 kills so far,
3
and
kills
less
out
deaths
of
than
33?
I anticipated. I have a lot of assists, I give it that. This is the first time I've ever played, so please give me some time. Give me some time.
Fake.
So actually, so for you, Anna, you've been playing Wormhole Wars earlier here.
Yes.
What would you say is the similarity or difference between those two? Is it similarly paced?
Well, the thing for this is, it's obviously you need to know the maps. There isn't portals that you jump into that you can create to get the advantage.
Right.
It's this one you
Can't
need
just
to have map
get the
awareness.
drop and surprise your enemy.
Yeah.
You died? All right, that's me. That's my bad. And then, so what is the glowing item in the middle there?
This one right here.
38 seconds on your countdown timer?
Hold on. Oh, that's like the cooldown for your active ability. So I already used it, and you know, you either have to wait that a lot of time for it to come back up, or let me find. I just picked them up, but you can pick up these time shards to like reduce the cooldown. So it's like another item that you can like kind of control and try to get back, you know, to your full strength, just like collecting health or armor.
Right. So from the perspective of, you know, always, I gotta stay moving. It's telling me to move on. Let's go to Tim. All right, Tim. You are a giant robot. Tell me a little bit about the class you're currently playing.
He's got the biggest hitbox in the game, so
you're always at risk.
If you see an enemy, you're going to take damage almost
so does that
always.
mean you have more tanky health pool?
Yes, you start out with more health and armor, so a little more survivability in that respect. And he also moves pretty fast. Like you can see, I'm dashing pretty quickly here.
Oh yeah. I feel like, isn't that a little OP for such a big tank?
That's the argument right now. So there have been a lot of balance changes. At one point in time, he didn't have. This was basically how fast he was at one point. This is fast he used to be able to go. So there have been various patches, and his speed's been up and down, but lately it's been up.
My feedback.
All right, 6th place. That's not too bad.
All right. Oh, perfect. All right, we're good. Let's change the topic a little bit. Let's talk about Team Liquid. So, as you guys can probably see, we've got a lot of Team Liquid branding. We've got a lot of Team Liquid signage here at the booth. Team Liquid is an esports team that's based, well, I guess partly based here in the US. They've got a good healthy roster here in Los Angeles, in California. They've got a good roster in Europe. For anyone who's a big fan of Dota, you're probably familiar that Team Liquid's Dota team won like $12 million last year or some insane number. Team Liquid is a esports org that is... I need to stay right here and lie. You lied.
We'll figure it out by the 4th day, I'm
like
sure.
a feedback machine. But yeah, so Team Liquid is a esports org that fields players in a variety of games. So these two are part of the Quake roster on Sunday. So everyone who's here on Sunday, we're going to be playing the LCS playoff match on the screen here. Team Liquid League of Legends is going to be playing on Sunday at 4 p.m. So we'll definitely have the game here. They know what's up.
Yes.
No more fourth. We're going to be first. So Team Liquid LCS is going to be playing on Sunday, so we'll have the game here. In addition, these guys actually used to play for Team Liquid Overwatch prior to when that became a formal franchise. There's also a CSGO squad that's probably, I don't know where they are right now. Josh, do you know? Where's Josh at? What's Team Liquid Counter-Strike doing this weekend? So Team Liquid is practicing, as you would imagine. There's a bunch of tournaments that go every weekend. And so they're a global org. Ooh, perfect.
Got him.
All right.
Yep.
I've been given
Hopefully
directions.
I helped.
Live
What is that?
feedback. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's from
I'm gonna
our
play-
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna play
stand
you.
all the way in the back, right here, and just. I can watch too. It's even better. All right. Did you guys win?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Can't
one
you
of
read?
us. It's got to be one of us, right?
I don't know.
Could be. I didn't do too bad. I went positive.
You contributed.
Somewhat.
I think it's me.
Is it?
It's me? Okay, what do I need to do?
So the closer you go to the monitor, it sounds like.
Go?
Yeah. Oh, speak or oh, it's the speaker to your right.
Okay. We're working on it. Maybe
Like I said, by the final day, we'll figure it out.
you need
I'm
to
sure.
lean more. Just increase the distance back. Get that JDM lean.
Nah, when I go back, it's worse.
Yeah, I think the gain is also up.
It's okay. All right, are you guys about to jump into another game?
Sure.
Yes.
Yep.
You don't want to just turn down like the gain on the mic? Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, can we? Let's try and do that across the board.
Yeah, I mean
That's
it's
fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the big weapon.
Okay, I was making sure that's not downloading anything. Much better. I don't hear any of that. All right, perfect. Perfect.
How does that guy aim if he doesn't have eyes?
Ooh, visor?
Ah. Oh, Soldier 76, you let yourself go. So bad.
Had a little surgery go wrong. It looks like.
All right, I have loot boxes. Where do I open these at?
Girl,
All
you
right.
click on
Could we
press escape.
also have you guys pick the most
Down to the bottom
imbalanced,
left.
Oh, wow.
nonsensical? Like, what's the 4 support meta?
The 4 support meta.
Like, what
I
is
mean,
just the
there's not
most-
really a support in this game.
Okay.
There's a map. If it ends up putting us on it, there is this one character. If we all play her, we can kind of like lock down
Just
the
dominate
most.
AoE
Yeah,
style?
it's pretty lame.
Can we
but
make you guys go 3 snipers?
There aren't snipers.
Why are you
Yeah.
bullying me, David?
I mean, it would be great if I played this game so I could provide some valuable depth and insight into the nuances of how we want to torture our guests. Are you just opening chests? You're gambling.
No, I have 12.
This is
She didn't spend any
improper
money on it.
I've
gambling on stream.
Listen, that was my first game I've ever played, so it gave me like 12 chests to open.
You're getting carried.
I am. At least I went positive. I'm just happy about that.
So it looks like they're now queuing into the next game. We have another team deathmatch, 4v4 Quake Champions, 2 members of Team Liquid Quake, 1 member of Alienware TV, a 4th person at home somewhere, probably in their pajamas, not knowing what they're getting involved in. We've got generic green halo guy.
What,
We've got
Doom?
generic.
Doom.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Damn, that shows how much you know.
That one hurts, David. That one hurts, David.
Ooh, Lilu multipass. All right, so we are currently watching. Let's guess, Marky. Let's play a game called Who's Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. Whose gameplay are we watching, and does their skill correlate? All right, so you guys are getting dropped on. There's a lot of forensic shooting. The pace of this is maddening.
Sorry, on that K-House.
Yes, I'm gonna guess that you guys are the blue team only because there's 2 kills.
No, it's me! I got the kills, David. Believe in me, please.
All I know is I've seen like 5 consecutive 1-second deaths.
Yeah, the time to kill in this game can be a bit fast sometimes. Like if you choose the right weapons in the battles and stuff like that.
This is a very
So,
small map.
I mean, for a game like Quake, how much is aim and how much is movement and placement?
Just say, sorry, it's hard to hear.
I was
the
saying,
audio
for a
still.
game like this, like how much of the nuance of good gameplay is around putting yourself in the right position and movement versus like good aim?
I think it's like movement in this game compared to other games is super, super important because the faster you're able to get to good positions, you know, and get the first shot or make the shooting, you know, like it's really difficult angles for the other guy. It's like super, super important. Like the better position you have, the easier the aiming is for you. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
For a game like this, would you guys say that there is more teamwork involved, or are you guys just, again, a bunch of like who is the most efficient killer?
I'll leave that to Tim.
It's more about who's the most efficient killer, I would say. Like, your individual skill really shines more in this game, and you kind of have to just trust that your teammates are taking care of themselves, if you will, rather than like strictly relying on each other.
Or at least like always at least trading positively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. There we go.
All right, so now we're watching DaHanG. He's playing with both a pump action shotty.
Are you watching me, homie?
Oh. Yeah, I'm weak right now. I need to find help on the map. Trying to just...
I mean, this is a rout. You guys are about to like double lap this other team.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of the power up. It's like once you get the power up, especially quad damage, you're doing the best that you can to like really spread the gap. Or if you were the team that was behind and you get it, you're trying to close it back up. And typically a good quad run will get you like the person who has it like 5 or 6 kills like quite easily to kind of bring it back.
They're in Miami this week for the League of Legends. So ideally, if they weren't playing in Miami, they would be here. It's one of those weird timing kind of things. And actually, League of Legends used to be at a lot of the past PAX events. They used to do a lot of their playoff finales here. You're still maintaining a good double score. Anna, how is your contribution so far?
10 kills?
Okay,
Yeah, she's doing all right.
Pretty well.
I'm doing okay. I'm trying. Not to feed is my goal.
I mean, I think we all know that Anna has the aim down, but she doesn't know these maps.
I don't, or any of the guns. Like sometimes I'll pick up a shotgun not knowing it's a shotgun. Like, oops, okay.
And so I'm noticing you guys actually have like 8 weapons at your disposal.
Yeah, well, we haven't died in a while, so.
So you could just consistently pick up as many as you. Is there a max?
No max.
I mean, there's max ammo, but like,
yeah,
once you pick up the gun, you have it, unless you die,
And is that all just key binded to 1 through 9?
No.
Yeah,
They're whatever the player prefers. So everyone's
Okay.
probably going to have something different. Like, I use shift and mouse wheel up, mouse wheel down. Some people use shift for like crouch and not a weapon, for example.
That's an interesting conversation that Anna and I were having as far as like weird nuances of key bindings for different people.
Oh yeah, for Fortnite.
For a game like Quake, which is so speed driven, like what are the shortcuts that you guys may use that other shooters maybe don't consider?
Well, I would say definitely never like leave your weapon selection to just the wheel. Like you should definitely bind everything individually. And you typically just want to do it, like around where your movement keys are,
Right.
like so maybe like something between 1 through 4, but otherwise then it's like the letter keys around. So like
Right.
so I'd say like Q, E, Z, C, X, things like that for the typical gamer that uses WASD.
Purple ones.
What about I mean, I guess for whatever gaming mice that you guys use, do you bind quick needs to your thumb or anything?
Well, like me, I personally bind my ability key to like the mouse 4, mouse 5.
Right.
So that for certain characters that you use it, it's like use your ability more than once. And activating it that way allows you to be able to dodge both left and right while using it, so you don't have to sacrifice movement. So that's why like I've started using it that way.
And so again, just bridging the gap as far as where you guys were prior to this. You guys were playing Overwatch for Team Liquid prior to when it became a franchise system. I mean, again, I guess, Rapha, what position or what main did you play when you were playing Overwatch?
I started out as Flex and then moved to support with DaHanG, and I played pretty much Lucio 90% of the time. So it's like the main shot caller for us.
Oh, you guys are the true champions. You guys are the ones playing Flex and support. That's,
What nice players.
That's where I'm at. I'm the support main, so cheers to both of you. You guys, dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
Diddly dilly. Okay, so you played Lucio. Tim, what were you playing a lot of when you were playing Overwatch?
I played a lot of Ana, Zenyatta, and Mercy. Those were like 3 main supports that were in the meta at the time.
So how do you think, I mean, I feel like right off the bat for me, it almost seems like a different level of aggression that you would approach the game like. Is that, are you way more aggressive in Quake, obviously?
Well, I would say that when you're playing support in Overwatch, you have to, you're like, if you die, the rest of the team's going to kind of die.
Right.
So in Overwatch, you have to be a lot more protective as a support player.
Right.
But, so
I mean, here,
it depends. So if I was playing Tracer, I could take a lot more risks in Overwatch.
Right.
And I could argue maybe not necessarily that I'm just so loosey-goosey in Quake compared to Overwatch if I play Tracer. So it depends really what your role was in that game to make the fair comparison.
Did you guys double their score?
Yeah.
I think so.
Just a little bit.
Multi-pass. I don't even know what that means.
So it's 75 to 47, 22 kills out of Rapha, 20 kills out of DaHanG.
Dude, 15 from her is not bad. That's pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
Anna contributing.
Yeah.
I mean,
trying.
if anything, she would have been second place on the other team. So
I'll take it.
yeah. So clearly, this is too easy for you guys. Like, I wish there was a way that the other two could just. It should be like a 3v6.
Yep. I'm just like happy I'm not dying as much as I thought it would be.
So let's chat even a little bit. Well, tell us a little bit about the Quake competitive scene. I mean, so we know QuakeCon is an annual event, usually in the summertime in Dallas, where id is based out of.
Yep.
You guys competed there recently, I think at the recent QuakeCon.
Yeah, last year.
Besides QuakeCon events, you know, what other tournaments do you guys potentially have to look forward to? I mean, I think this is an interesting game because, you know, it's so at the focus of the developer. It's still a growing kind of new version of Quake.
Well, it's actually an interesting question that we can't really answer because they're supposed to announce the tournament, like, pretty much their schedule of tournaments for the year this weekend. So they're supposed to do that on Saturday.
Right.
So we'll find out just as soon as you do.
But yeah, like last year it was QuakeCon, because I mean the game was like released in early access late summer. So there was QuakeCon in August, and then there was a DreamHack Denver event in October, and then a DreamHack Winter event in December of last year. So it was a mixture of QuakeCons and DreamHacks, right? Well, one QuakeCon, of course, but and then yeah, like Shane said, we're gonna know what the whole tournament schedule is just in a couple days for the rest of the year. So looking forward to it for sure.
Nice. All right, let's go. We're gonna hop into another team deathmatch here, and let's get those loot boxes. What are you doing? Open more loot boxes.
That's all I have left.
Spend money.
I don't have money.
You're just enabling the gambling.
Vote now.
Santa BJ.
All right, so we've got game number 3 here. Team Liquid, Quake, plus Anna, plus Stranger, against another 4 unfortunate random souls who are about to get crushed. I think that if you guys can double the score of the other opposing team, then everyone seated here should get both a lanyard and a wristband. That's you gotta double it.
Gotta double it.
So basically at this point, I want you to use all of your finest weapons, full cheese, full smurf.
Just don't die and kill everything.
Gotcha. Yeah. The moment they score 1 point, the bet is.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know about
that's
that.
already lost.
One fight.
Are there taunts in this game?
No, I think they're working on it. It's something that's not in the game now, but will be in the future.
First blood.
All right. No deaths. We're doing well.
Oh, dog, you just had to say that at the wrong time.
Jinx that one.
The kicker has not missed a field goal in 1 out of 40 attempts. Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see if we can learn this map.
So how important are these power-ups in this game? Like, is it critical that you have to go around and grab as much?
I'd say it's really important to control like the major items. So like the major items in this game would be the heavy armor and the mega health. Literally, they just kind of, you know, they make you tankier, so they allow you to fight for longer and potentially get more kills and a better net. So
for anyone that's maybe watching now that's interested in getting into Quake Champions, is it a game that's conducive to just hopping in solo, or do you want to try and find a group, to hop in with?
I think it depends on the mode. I mean, like there's a 2v2 mode they came out with for ranked. So if you're wanting to play ranked and play with a friend, you should definitely do that. Otherwise, there are easy modes where you can play by yourself. You can play deathmatch, where it's like everybody against everybody. You can play insta-gib, which is literally just everybody using railguns and abilities, one-shot kills. So that's like a super simple mode to kind of like get into the game, move around, but also like still have fun just simply shooting people.
Are there cosmetics in this game and just a whole economy of?
Yeah, Rapha knows all about those.
yeah. There's skins and whatnot, that you can get from, the loot boxes. You can get. I know that you can get them based off of like completing certain achievements and things like that. Woo!
Shane, are you like addicted to the skin gamble?
No, I'm not addicted to it. No, it's cool and all, but I don't need it. I guess.
you don't yearn for it when you sleep.
It depends on the occasion. DaHanG, on the other hand, like never ever uses any.
You're a purist.
Yes. It's just not on my radar.
You just want, like, when you wreck someone, you want them to think it was some fresh noob that came through.
Yeah. Well,
that can't be DaHanG. That's some. And so Quake is the one game that's pretty much iconic with the rocket jump, right? Just using your own projectiles.
Yeah, it's been in like every Quake. And it's a good way to get across the map fast, or get high ground fast.
Right.
So you have to shoot at the ground with your rocket launcher and jump at the same time. It's easy to do, but not necessarily easy to do like at perfect angles.
Right.
Like to get in very specific places, and you'll do some self damage in the process.
Hey,
so
you guys are slipping here. 25 to 19. There's 6 under on you. 7.
We got a Australian or something with 240 ping, so I'm blaming it on that.
And so why is that railgun only 9 damage? Is there something specific to 99999?
Oh, that was machine gun for me. So like, it's just like every hit that you hit, it'll show. You can turn that off if you want, but I think it's like, if you could do quick math, it's good to have like the damage indicator on, especially with like rocket launcher. You know how much splash damage you did.
So you're basically tracking how much shield and health they have left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you kind of know like what their starting stack is, so then you know like how much damage you've dealt, whether it's good to push in or not. So
is there someone on your team of 4 who's like the ace math guy that's always? He's got 12 HP left. Go.
It's something you always do like on an individual level, but.
It's like, did I have 6 bullets left or 7?
Ring out.
And so does ring out mean that you got a environmental kill?
Yeah, it doesn't count towards like a frag for me, but it's like a negative for them.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like if they blew themselves up.
But you were the cause of it. Like you basically pushed them over the edge, if you will.
Is it considered a boop in Quake?
A boop? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, kind of like
look at it that way, yeah.
So I guess while we're watching you guys, how can we, watching here, how can we improve our aim? Like, how do we be better leading, toward leading a shot?
Well, I think what a lot of newcomers to like FPS do is they feel like they need to move the mouse like too much to aim, where like you just want to set up good angles for yourself and use your own movement to like predict where they're going. and then lead for yourself like that, and like set up shots like into the crosshair,
Right.
and then make minor little adjustments rather than like swinging your mouse all the way around and getting lost a lot.
Well, I think that's actually a good point. I feel like some people may not even understand what right looks like or feels like. Like if you're trying to do a quick 180 or 360, for you, is that 5 inches of your mouse movement? Is that centimeters?
For me, I actually have like, I tend to have a higher sensitivity, so
So
it
you're
doesn't
moving
take-
very small distances.
Yes, exactly.
Quad damage.
Purge you from this
I have the
world.
quad, so we might be able to start separating ourselves some. Get some kills here.
All right, guys, I'm expecting 66 right here, not 45. I need double.
Kill you lost.
All right. DaHanG, let's get some streaks going on here. Oh, he like headbutted you in the back.
Dude, that's twice now. You might become a caster after all. You got the caster's curse in you, man.
Oh, Reaper.
Yeah, almost.
Would you say that there's a weapon in here that you would like to potentially see in Overwatch, or maybe a weapon in Overwatch that was kind of cool that would make sense in Quake?
I mean, the railgun is pretty much a sniper rifle. Rocket launcher, like Farah uses that. I would say LG is closest to Zarya. I don't know if there's really actually a weapon that I would like to see get crossed over. They're kind of like are in both games, but they're just like different styles.
Right.
And for whatever.
Are there any melee weapons?
Just Gauntlet. Like it does 75 damage. Like if you're really close, you can use it. But it's like very, very unique situations to set up to try to actually make it work.
Yeah, we're not separating ourselves too much.
He's weak.
And just even casually speaking, besides Quake, what else are you guys playing right now?
Your team has the protection.
Honestly, for me, it's nothing. It's
yeah.
just Quake.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to probably God of War 4. Just like something that's just like a break from FPS, since I play this all the time.
Right.
So, and I still play Overwatch a bit here and there, but I don't really focus on like playing competitive anymore.
I want to see actually, like, I would love to create a Alienware and Team Liquid intra-office tournament, like a decathlon style where
Who on
Team
earth
Liquid-
do you think in our company?
No, not even our company, but
Okay.
just like Team Liquid. We could have all the Team Liquid players and staff compete in 5 different games.
Okay, different
Oh, I
games.
see what
Yeah.
you mean.
We can
Quake could be
maybe-
one of them.
Hold
Hearthstone
on.
could be one of them. Throw in some Clash
Platformers.
Royale.
A random draft tournament.
We'll have you guys have coaches and draft a mixture of players. Woo!
Nice shot.
Nice.
Better teams than we've faced so far.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do that. Man.
Your soul.
I only just now realized that the clock is actually counting upwards and not down.
Yeah.
From this world.
It's actually, for Quake, it's better because then when you go into overtime, the overtime would count up anyways. So when you're having to deal with like timing and keeping track of the math.
What just happened?
That was a Doom using his fisting
You got like
ability.
Superman punched.
Me. Yeah.
So not quite double, but still very close, I think. I don't even know what the score was.
You'll see in a sec.
It wasn't a vicious victory. Why does it only show the 3 of you guys?
Those are the top
Top
3
three.
in
Oh.
frags on the winning team.
Anna making her way up. 12 kills to Shane's 19.
Yeah, I
The
got
Hang just went off.
32.
Popped off for a 32 dong.
Yeah.
There are better team than what we faced so far.
Okay.
Our opponents.
Okay.
At least against me. I was getting bullied pretty hard.
Yeah, that map in particular is more
So we are going to do one
Yeah,
more
I
match,
didn't like that
and
one as
then
much.
the very last 15 minutes here, we'll just have the players kind of hang out. We're going to be giving away some of these lanyards, some of these wristbands. They will be here from 3 to 4 p.m. each of these days. We may even have them play some other games that they have no idea how to play. That keeps it fresh and interesting.
Don't do that to them. That's mean.
Oh, God, no. I didn't sign up for this.
I think there's like a cooking game that we can make you play to really test those reaction time.
I hear in chat 1v1s against these two.
Ooh. We should have you 1v1 for stakes.
A lanyard, a lot of lanyard.
Not literal stakes, but
I mean,
for
you
some.
could.
Ooh.
You could.
We could have it for real stakes. One person gets a sirloin and the other gets a fillet.
Oh, man.
We were chatting before we got started, so this is the first PAX East for you guys.
Yeah.
You've never really been to a show like this before. First impressions. You haven't had a chance to walk around yet, but just first impressions.
Well, I was told today is the not-so-packed day.
Today's a soft opening,
and
basically.
Yeah, and it's already pretty full, so can't wait till tomorrow, I guess.
What other events have you guys been to that's similar to this?
PAX Prime.
Okay, it's Seattle.
CeBIT in the past.
Okay.
When they used to have IEM there instead of at Katowice.
Yep.
Been to CES before.
Oh, CES is insane.
Yeah.
That's very different though, because you have to think it's always so corporate compared.
Yeah, that's
what you
a
see
bit
here.
of a different vibe, but they've
Yeah, I
had,
have to be
you
on
know,
my best behavior at CES. I can't just, do what I want.
Yeah.
All right, champions. Who else is good?
Champions select.
Who have you played so far? Just Visor?
Visor, yeah.
Okay. You want easy or hard?
Give me the options and then I'll.
Okay. Well, easy champion would be Scale Bearer. He's a
Which
tank.
is the one to the left of him right now. Left.
Oh, left. Yeah, yep, that would help.
Right there.
Yep, okay.
If you're the longer you're holding forward, you can end up actually like increasing speed. You go
Okay.
faster. And his passive is that if he builds speed and he hits people, he actually does damage with his body.
Okay.
And his active ability is like a bull rush, to where you go super, super fast and you like turn and you try to plow people over.
Nice.
That should be fun to try.
Yeah.
Because, Visor, you were using him, he was seeing people through walls, right?
Yeah.
When you use the ability. This one, you're just charging like a running back into people, basically,
Okay.
doing damage. So
Nice.
Yeah, and you start with a lot of health, so like right off spawn, if you find somebody, you won't die like instantly.
Okay.
You'll be able to at least
Alright.
deal damage.
So now we are hopping into our fourth match here. Quake Champions 4v4 team deathmatch with 2 of Team Liquid Quake members, plus Anna here.
Plus me.
Let's see if we can, plus Anna.
Hi.
Team Liquid plus Anna. And we're hopping to our fourth match. Let's see if we can get another dominant performance. Let's see if you guys can go undefeated over a 4-day span. That would be, that's something.
4 days, man.
The unbelievable.
So I found the game I have to play now in between other games.
Yes. You are now required to
learn.
add this to your repertoire.
It's in the rotation.
it should be doable to be undefeated, but there might be some good European players that are stream sniping.
Waking up.
They might queue up as 4 to try and mess with us, but I don't think they've caught on yet, so.
Are there Easter eggs around here?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What?
Are those Easter eggs I see?
Yeah, it's like for their Easter event or whatever. They don't do anything right now. You can just blow them up. It's like confetti or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is a sniper rifle. Got it.
So it seems like for you, Tim, you probably, do you have a lower sensitivity? Because you have a bit of a longer...
Yeah, that's a fair statement. I use a pretty low sensitivity compared to most.
I find that for me, the slower and lower my sensitivity is, the more thought I have to put into each next shot.
Yeah, I'm constantly like repositioning to the center
Right.
of my mouse pad with the mouse and like trying to make sure every single time I approach a fight, I'm in good position to move as much as I need,
Right.
rather than like starting a fight way on the side, like to the end of the table, for example. So So it's like constant little.
So you're constantly
pre-positioning.
lifting your mouse.
Yeah.
When one of you gets in a fight, I constantly have to look around me and make sure it's not me.
So similar to tracking, how can I be a better? Oh, sorry, similar to leading your shots. How can I be a better tracker? Let's say I play Zarya a lot.
Yeah.
Like, for you, is it just you know that most average players are just gonna shift left and right, and you just
Yeah,
match
you
that?
can. A lot of times, like, you know that they only have an option to move a certain area, or
Right.
especially if they're heading for a big item, like you can kind of just predict where they're going to be. You don't want to have to like. Your aim should be mostly mental, like reading where they're going to be, reading how they're going to move, rather than like strictly like just pure hit scan reaction.
Right. You guys are slaying it with the ratio. 14-5.
Yeah, so far, so good.
Incoming quad.
Here's two sitting on it.
We're setting up for quad.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it though.
No.
unfortunately.
I was trying to body it. Nice.
I got it, but I'm 4
above you,
health.
above you. He's dropping.
Woo!
Nice.
Can I give, Tim?
No, there's
No.
one to A. Go to A
Okay.
if you need.
Coming.
Nice.
They're catching back up, 17-8.
Oh, shit.
Killing spree.
Kill you long.
Party breaker. Headshot. Combo kill. Enemy has the quad.
Oh, crap.
Damage. First.
I keep trying to reload.
This world.
Oh, wow.
My enemies will fall. I will purge you from this world. Don't worry. Your friends will soon die.
Oh, what was that?
Do you guys use any of those, like, the aim trainer apps?
Personally, no. I think probably just because I've been playing FPS for so long.
Right.
But it's definitely something I can see the benefits of for people to do.
And that's mostly just, like, learning how to understand your aim and your movement, right?
Yeah. I think maybe, like, let's say I were to start using it, it'd probably just be a good tool for, like,
Warm up?
Just do it for 10 minutes to warm up and then get into the game.
Kill you long.
Squeezed yourself. Well, we got a good lead this time. And I'm in position for the protection.
Yeah, I'm healthy.
I'm healthy too.
Okay,
I'm
take.
220.
All right, guys, you guys are slaying this score. Let's keep it going.
Yep. I have
Behind us,
protection
below
right
us.
now, which means I receive a lot less damage, and I got a lot of health and armor,
This
so
way.
pretty much not gonna die.
Submit.
It would be the robot.
And I definitely noticed watching, like,
I'm gonna give you
you
health.
guys.
Come get this right here. There, you got health.
Two above me. I can see.
You guys do a really good job of making sure that as soon as before you turn every corner, you have your crosshairs,
setting up.
already at that peak level.
Yeah, for lack of like a better term. It's constantly positioned to be able to react, like, based on the angles of like a corner or things like that.
This world.
Wait, so is this like a first to 10 minutes?
Is 10-minute time
75
limit?
frag limit for 10 minutes.
So you guys have to maintain the pace if you want to do. I mean, you guys are holding the double.
Yeah, like last game, the one where we didn't win by double. We won, but we like didn't reach the frag limit. We had like 71 or 72 out of the 75. That's for like the casual mode here.
Above you. What is that slime stuff?
Oh, that's like from Sorlag. It's like acid on the ground. You take damage over time.
Okay, so stay out of that.
Yep.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure. He's weak. Nice.
Oh wow, I can't believe he lived.
I mean, you guys are about to triple up. What's like knowing that this is the last game for this demo today? What's the most toxic BM way you can wrap up this clutch victory?
Probably just run around with melee only, but I mean.
But then they'll get frags because it might not be as easy to finish it.
Easy.
Like, I hope these four feel like they had their lunch money taken from them.
So that's the sniper. Got it.
Are they just like actively avoiding you guys?
Then they're just all running into Tim.
Wow. GG, guys.
GG's.
That was a very clutch double up. All right, so that was just a quick 45 minutes of Quake Champions for you guys. That was Team Liquid Rapha and DaHanG from Team Liquid Quake. They're going to be here Saturday. I'm sorry, today's only Thursday.
Today's Thursday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. playing more Quake. We'll see if there's any other games that we're going to mix in, again, just to keep it interesting and fresh. Until then, we do have some very awesome Team Liquid lanyards for you guys, as well as Team Liquid wristbands. If you guys want one, feel free to come up, say hi to Shane, say hi to Tim, say what's up. As a reminder, 4 p.m. on Sunday, we will be showing the LCS finals match here. No, it's